Well, hi guys, welcome to this midday market mood check on Moneycontrol. I am Nandita Khemka and my colleague Yatin Mota here. We'll be discussing the texture of the market, which by the way is extremely good. You know, you call it a fantabulous Friday or a dhamakedar start to December. You know, take your pick, Yatin, given the fact that we have hit a fresh record high on the Nifty. 20,282 was the last high level I saw, but looks like we are edging towards the 20,000.
We are at 285 right now.
85. So 20,300 is the kind of levels we are looking at. That's literally here. Of course, Sensex is just about 500 points shy of the record high, but you know, nothing really to complain about. PSU stocks, if you look at them, they have been on fire. PSU banking index up 2.5%. REC, PFC have hit fresh 52-week highs, and of course, what's fueling this run, Yatin, is the outpouring of good news when it comes to India. You look at GDP figures, 7.6. I spoke to Lata ma'am, I spoke to economists. None of them had expected it to go so beyond 7%. 7% was the upper limit I had heard of, but 7.6%, and that too driven by a double-digit growth in manufacturing sector.
Correct.
So till now we've been a services-led economy, but services sector kind of was subdued, but manufacturing is what led the growth. Plus the exit poll predictions, MP and Rajasthan, these two states, it shows a narrow advantage for BJP, but looks like no shock when it comes to the political stability, and that is something that the markets have taken in good stead. Aside of that, Yatin, FIs have turned buyers. So lots of these factors leading to this the kind of rally that we've seen. Yatin, when you speak to your market experts, what are you picking up? Are they saying it's time to go all in, or are they saying that take some profits out and maybe wait for some more uptick to kick in? What is your sense?
So I think the market rally has surprised everyone, Nandita. So the fund managers who were saying that stay away from mid caps, there could be some risk to the rally given the fact that valuations are full. They have been proven wrong so far because the mid cap stocks have rallied. If you look at the stock markets also, people are expecting that there could be some consolidation after the recent correction that we saw in the start of November. And here is December with the record levels. So I think the rally has surprised everyone. And the flows from the FIIs or the triggers, given the fact that the US pension fund would be buying, the JP Morgan bond inclusion also will get in some liquidity in the bonds market. I think overall the factors for India remain quite strong, and the liquidity in the market also remains strong. Mid caps continue to do well, and if you look at the overall sentiment of the market, especially on the political front, no negative surprise is a positive news for the market. So I think the market has digested a lot of events. And here we are at record highs. Now 20,300 is here, just a couple of points away from that, and the mid cap index also up over 1% or so, and the advance decline ratio better than yesterday. Yesterday it was almost 1:1. Today it's almost 2:1.
Right, Yatin, as I was pointing out, sectorally, most of the sectors went green, barring the IT pack that was quiet, no big fall coming in there. Aside of that, if you look at the individual movers today, Yatin, ITC has made a strong comeback around that 450 level now. NTPC, Axis Bank, L&T, of course, construction stocks will do well given the fact that manufacturing growth has been so strong. So Coal India, these are the movers. On the flip side, few losers, so Wipro, Bajaj Auto, by the way, there has been a UBS downgrade on this stock, and even though auto sales have been good, we'll be talking about that in a bit. Aside of that, you have HDFC Life, HCL Tech, Infosys, as I mentioned, tech stocks out of favor in a very strong market. Now let's take a look at the auto sales figures that have trickled in, Yatin. Bajaj Auto clocked a 31% YOY growth in its total sales, but exports continue to struggle, and management has told CNBC TV18 that Nigeria is still a spot of bother when it comes to exports. Aside of that, UBS has downgraded the stock, I think, to hold from neutral. So basically, it says that the automaker may not be able to replicate the ICE market share in the three-wheeler market, EV market, which is there is a lot of competition there from TVS Motor as well. So competition concerns have prompted UBS to downgrade it to sell from neutral. I stand corrected there, but it has revised the target price a little higher to 5,600 from 5,450. And BOFA, on the other hand, has double upgraded Hero Moto to buy from underperform. Target price has been raised to 4,300 from 3,000 rupees. M&M, on the other hand, has seen strong November sales. Even tractor sales have grown in single digits. And if you look at Escorts, it has reported growth in its tractor sales as well. It says that overall festive demand has been stable and strong, barring a few states where rainfall was patchy or there was unseasonal rain. So all in all, this is the picture coming in from auto sales. No disappointment. It's been fairly good. but as and when more auto sales come in, we'll of course keep track of that. But yeah, I think let's also talk about the big deal, Ultratech and
Yes,
Kesoram.
yes.
Kesoram was locked in upper circuit, and brokerages have given a thumbs up to the deal. Take us through the contours and how it's
So I think the swap ratio is in favor of Kesoram. A 24% premium is what Ultratech paid to yesterday's closing price, and Ultratech will be now nearing 150 million tons per annum kind of capacity mark. So they have maintained that leadership position, and earlier also they had acquired the Century Textiles cement business, and now it's Kesoram. The asset remain in the Birla Group, get consolidated under one umbrella of Ultratech Cement. So good deal coming in there. But Nandita, let's talk about the mid-cap gainers today.
Yeah.
Media stocks and the PSU financiers are moving in trade, and so are the defense companies after the yesterday's announcement of DSE approving acquisition of domestic-made defense products. Now, the gainers in the Nifty 500 include TV18 and Network 18. Both of these stocks are up between 8 to 10%. PFC is up 8%, REC is up 7%. So after the 230% move on a one-year basis, when we saw in REC PFC, the rally still continues. And still these stocks are available at attractive valuations versus the private sector NBFCs. Not in the power sector, but yes, in the NBFC sector per se. What's not doing well is New India Assurance. That stock is witnessing some profit taking along with GIC Ray. Remember, the stocks have rallied massively, and today the stocks are down anywhere between 5 to 7%. Whirlpool, the promoters have intention to sell a majority stake via OFS. They want to reduce the stake. So that stock is down 6%. Sundaram Finance and Carborundum Universal are the other stocks which are down and about in trade. But what's doing well in the broader markets is Dixon Technologies. That is the top FNO gainer, up 8%. Aster DM, that stock is continuing to rally 5% up, a new 52-week high. NTPC has hit a new 52-week high. Stock is up 5%. Lodha, Ircon, NHPC, Hindustan Aeronautics, Policy Bazaar, Excite, all of these stocks are at new 52-week highs.
But I think we had a new listing today.
Yeah.
Flare listed
Flare,
at a 66% premium.
But stock is right now at a 10% lower circuit. So you might see the gains for that stock. But I think it is locked in lower circuit of 10%. So yes, a good listing, but now probably you can't sell your shares given the fact that the stock is at a lower circuit.
Well, that was all about the market action right now. Of course, I think Sunday we have the results of the assembly polls, right? So next week, are you getting the sense that we could continue to see a rally, or do you think there will be some bit of profit taking coming in?
I think my colleague Anuj was trying to point out that market will consolidate at these levels, because typically when we hit fresh highs, we see some sideways movements unless there is a big trigger of FII flows or otherwise. But I think market should consolidate, and December is a good month wherein we could see some consolidation or probably some uptick. No questions, there is a bear market, it's a bull market, and probably it's best idea to stay invested.
Yeah, looks like Santa came early for us this time around, and but then good momentum. Let's see how things pan out next week. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Closing bell 3:30 p.m. I'll be back with the market expert to decode what one should be doing at the current juncture, how to navigate this stupendous bull run at the current juncture. With that, thanks a lot for tuning in. Stay tuned to Moneycontrol for all your other news and updates.